What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, The Unpopular Party, hosted by me, Party Next Shore. And today, we are going to be talking about all things Baddies West. I'm going to be covering the audition process to the cast that's up here now, and just giving y'all a little bit of my thoughts. Just to clear the air, that previous video I did on Baddies South, it's kind of like me closing that chapter with Baddies South. So if you check that out, I was confused. Like, why you just like we just closing it out. Those are my final thoughts on all the individual girls. No more videos we banned on Baddies South. We're moving on to Baddies West. Also, I don't know if y'all noticed it, but I've been noticing like the light on my videos, it's been kind of off, and which is weird because when I be in the editing stage and all that, it looks perfect. For some reason, once I upload it to YouTube, it just looks lighter. I don't know. It may be time for me to put on my big YouTube pants and just get a real camera. I've been recording off my phone, but maybe it's just like, nah. But just be patient with me. But and also make sure you just keep subscribing to my channel. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Thank you guys so much for just like supporting. I may have a surprise coming to y'all real soon. I'm not gonna speak on it just yet until I know I'm locked in with it, but just be on the lookout, okay? But without further ado, let's get straight into my favorite part, which is my thoughts.
I thought I knew you.
So as you know, Baddies South is the second season to this whatever Baddies universe that Zeus got going on. Started with Baddies ATL, then they got on the bus and was traveling to the South. So now it makes sense to go on, take it to the West Coast. With that, Natalie and Zeus announced that they will be holding auditions for people to come out and audition for the Baddies West franchise. And it was gonna be held in Oakland, California, I believe.
I'm having auditions where I'm casting new baddies for season 3 Baddies West in the Bay Area. September 30th, Friday. It's about to be a whole shot of cloud.
Now, a lot of people came to this. It was packed out. I'm talking about lines upon lines. People traveling from all the way from the East Coast, New York, Knoxville, Texas, all over California. Like, it was a big deal to some of these girls. Now, when it comes to the audition process, the pre-screen judges was Jayla, Bree, Scully, and Roland. And if they made it through that round, they would go see the final judges, which was Sukiana, Tommy, and Natalie. Let's just start before they even go see the judges. Now, when it comes to the pre-screen judges, it was like a lot going on. Also, I forgot to add this. Krishan was like the special guest host with Janisha. Yeah, it just kind of came off weird to me because we kind of just left off from Baddies South reunion, and all we saw was just mayhem. Everybody was just fighting each other. Now we see the same people that was just fighting in one room come together to judge and see who's gonna be the next baddies on the show.
And how do you feel knowing that all these girls showed up?
No, guys, listen.
Tons of them.
I know, because it's the Bay. No shows ever come to the Bay. Nobody ever gets picked from the Bay. Nobody. Yeah, we're breaking the barrier right now. All the girls here right now. I had beef with Rolly at the reunion, but guess what? We put the differences aside to get a bag today and do what the fuck we gotta do. That's a bad bitch.
Like, not for nothing, to see Rolly exposed and air Natalie business out, but now I'm supposed to see her help with Natalie and they in the back taking shots, seeing Rolly and Scotty talking about some, oh, we're sisters, we made this. This is the stuff Trina was talking about. Y'all use this friend and sister word too loosely because I can tell none of y'all like each other. All of y'all are trying to get to this invisible bag that we have yet to see. It's just like, okay, do y'all even know what y'all are doing? I said this to say because with Rolly, I was kind of surprised to see her back doing this. She had just was talking about on the reunion how she's elevated, she's about to turn 30, and she has her own show coming out with Zeus Network. Like, she signed a contract. I talked about this on my TikTok page, and which I get it. She's working with Zeus, but I just thought like she was gonna be working with Zeus from a standpoint, I'm working on my own show. I'm not dealing with baddies no more. Everybody just kept saying, oh, it's a bad. We have got to get out this mentality of chasing a bad, because all money is not good money, especially when it comes down to you exchanging your morals or what you believe in, your values for a quick buck. It's too expensive. I don't know how much these girls make. It must be a good coin for Rolly to always feel like she's so real. I wasn't getting that. It just made me feel like, oh, you on the same mentality as Natalie. I don't get why Bree was invited back to judge, but she just was saying how reality TV isn't for her anymore. If anything, I thought Slim would come back, but I guess not. But yeah, I just felt like the pre-screen judge was just being very rude and just projecting a lot of their insecurities onto these girls. They was just acting like a whole bunch of rejected mean girls. Jayla was next in everybody, in which I didn't like that because these people just walk up and she next.
Rain bands up, my fucking earring came out.
Next.
Damn, bitch.
Yeah, because I will wear that. I don't give a fuck. No, bye. That's it.
I put your picture on my
but I didn't take a one.
Start to blush when somebody says your name.
Next.
And my stomach is a pain.
Dang, can they introduce themselves? You over here just nexting these people too quick with these sunflower seeds eyebrows. Bree was acting entirely too extra, especially for someone who didn't even do that much in the house. And I hate this argument about how people always just be like, oh, Bree was about it on BGC 17. No, she wasn't. If you don't recall, on BGC 17, from my point of view, she came into the house, she got the chance to fight the weakest person in the house. She took the opportunity, and the fight wasn't even all that. They were slipping and sliding all over the house. Even at the reunion, coming with Susan, with all the animosity when her and Brie had just got into it, it just didn't transpire with me. With all that being said, even though I disliked that Brie on BGC 17, at least that Brie was ready. Brie on Baddies South, she just was acting too timid for me. Now, to find out that she was going through stuff behind closed doors, you know, that was make sense. For her to get on this baddie show and call herself want to square up with people, fight, even swinging on girls. And then she got mad at the rest of them because they gave her a wristband. See, but this your sisters.
Why this here lying talking about she fought for me when the girl wasn't even trying to attack nobody? The girl wasn't even trying to attack me. She wasn't even yelling at me. I didn't say nothing to the girl. The girl was getting hyped as she was supposed to so she could get her ticket so she could get to the back. Bree decided to stand her whack stuff up, lean over and hit this girl in the face. And the girl was about to beat the out of Bree. Bree had to get saved. Everybody at that table, me, Scotty, and Jayla, told her you were wrong. Why would you hit that girl?
Scotty was doing the absolute most. Scotty was doing the absolute most, especially for someone who didn't do none of what she was saying on her season. For her to be like, to be a baddie or to be a bad girl, you have to X, Y, and Z. She didn't exhibit that herself.
Next. Fuck all these other bitches. Next. I do nails, I cook, I sew clothes, I do all of that shit. I'm really with the shit.
Wait.
You're not even gonna fight. What's up with y'all?
You said I'm not ready to fight. Who said I was
I said fight for your position. Like I said, next.
She kept trying to get these girls to square up, fight, do something. When it's just like, they're not animals. Scotty really thought she was about that life. Now, this is why I always say the energy you put out there, you have to be careful of. Because Scotty was all, who about that life? Y'all better come with it. This, that, and the third. And then when she walked out that room for 2 seconds, what happened? They tried to jump her. They tried to sneak her. And she walking around crying. See, in retrospect, you asked for that energy, right? And when they came with it, she wasn't ready for it. Well, it was cool. She had her moment. But the judging panel the vibe wasn't passed. The girls who was auditioning, I have to put some of the blame on them as well. See, I'm so sick and tired of all these people going to audition for Zeus and then want to put their story time on TikTok. Like, y'all knew what it was, especially from the Bad Boys audition. Like, come on now. A lot of y'all thought that just because y'all had a couple followers or because y'all was pretty or because y'all went up there fighting, y'all was gonna be put on the show. Now that y'all didn't get put on the show or to get a wristband, y'all see how much of an embarrassment y'all done made to y'all, so now y'all want to tell y'all side of the story. No, you're not a victim, especially when you feed into the BS. They reasons for why they feel like they a baddie, it was all the same thing. I'm a baddie because I'm a rapper and I'm an entrepreneur and I take care of this and I hustle. The judges was just giving them wristbands and passing through to the next round for stupid reasons as well. And the structure was all over the place. You mean tell me we got all these girls in one big room and they get to walk up one by one and got 10 seconds to explain to me why they're a baddie. That's stupid. And Zeus have not done bad audition shows. Like, I may talk a lot of crap about Zeus, but I'm not a hater. I know when to give credit where credit's due. Zeus have shown that they have done good. Like, look at the One More Chance first audition special. That was straight. It had Michael Blackson, the producer, Michael, them girls walking up one by one. Like, it was cool. How they did Jocelyn's Cabaret at the virtual audition. If they really wanted to do a real audition special, even if they didn't want to do it in person because too many girls, they easily could have did it where you have 2 girls sitting looking at audition tapes was being sitting. Let's say we got Jayla and Scotty, Bree, and Rolly. And they're sitting in, all right, y'all, this is Baddies West, and we're finna check out this next girl from Pennsylvania who's gonna show why she a baddie. Play their little audition video, like, I'm not feeling it. Or, okay, girl, I see you. Might see her on the next season. Have Janisha and Krishan host the little audition special, making it to different parts. Like, it could be entertaining. But to just see them bring all these girls here to fight don't make you a baddie. If you're 17 and under, you probably think that, but fighting is not, it just don't make you no baddie. Especially when you're fighting for the stupidest of reasons. You're fighting because you just want to meet Natalie and be on TV. It was very inconsistent in who they was letting through. This girl got nexted for because she want to promote her business and stuff, but is this not getting to the bad? Is this not what the baddies is about? The behind the scene things I have seen from people's story time. I would say in particular the one girl who was really nice and sweet and was like, oh, I fought my neighbor last week, and they nexted her. She did a TikTok basically saying how the whole thing from the jump was unorganized, which we knew that. It started at 12, people standing in line since 9 o'clock. They didn't get there to 3 o'clock. They was plastered, they was lit. And one thing she did say is they had 2 different lines. You had an influencer line and a regular line. The influencer line got to cut through that little pre-screen judging thing, and they got to leave, get food, do all that stuff. The regular people line, they had to stay there the whole time and just be there waiting for hours and just not eating. And I ain't gonna lie, I'll be aggravated too. But that makes so much sense because that explains why we see some of the girls go straight to the final round with Natalie, but we didn't see them in that little pre-round. On the second part, after they didn't all got into it and stuff like that, we see Tommy, Natalie, and Suki. And it was even more chaotic. I promise you, it was just Natalie. Man, I'm gonna give her a ticket. I like that. I vibe with that. Tommy, what's your end goal, huh? What do you want to do? And Suki, square up. Take her. Why she can't check you? I ain't gonna lie, my nerves, I was just like, if someone don't shut the up. And it got to the point I was just like, what am I watching?
Squirrel. Let me see squirrel. Oh, I didn't know they was ready for the fight.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, I didn't know they was gonna fight.
Come get your ticket.
And the white. Right and white. Come on, get your ticket. It's all right. Y'all hug it out. Y'all some real bitches. Hug it out. Y'all some real bitches. Hug it out.
We got girls don't even want to get the microphone up to let another girl talk. Like, girl, put that microphone up. Also, at the same time, they wasn't giving them no time to really. And the people who I like, the people who I was like, okay, she cool. She got her stuff together. Like the stud who was the chef and all. I was like, I like her. She didn't even get. She didn't get a tick. Zoe, the one who was crying because she was like, I'm from Baltimore. I liked her. The girl who did her little sister. You said, hey, you got a girl. Everybody I liked, they wasn't getting pushed through, but the people who was just up there being mediocre or not even being mediocre, doing the dumbest of stuff, they got to pass. I feel like each one of the judges are very assertive and they all had their individual ideas of what they want. They didn't understand why Natalie would give them a ticket because they'll be like, why you give her a ticket? Especially when that Stunner Girl situation happened. The girl got into it with Sukian. That was a whole situation, which I feel like.
Wait. Okay, you know I fight. You know I fight. That's the bear. You know I fight. What you mean I can't beat you?
Stunner Girl and Sukiana had got into it. They fought. Natalie gave her a ticket, and they was like, "Why you do that?" And Tommy like, "Cause she messy." Also, when Promise Me Bae, the girl who lied on Stevie J doing Love and Hip Hop, talking about she got a baby, you ain't got no baby by him. She also auditioned. I feel like all of these judges had their own individual ideas of what they thought a baddie was. They was just giving a ticket to anybody. All these D-list influencers that was up there, like Brown Sugar from One More Chance, Lollipop, Lemon Pepper Step Up from Blue Girls Club. A lot of these Blue Girls Club people was there. I'm just like, okay. But yeah, each judge, they had a different type of vibe they was trying to get. Natalie was trying to be on EP time. Tommy was trying to be on boss status, and Suki was on host status. Like, that's pretty much it. And I didn't like how they was giving tickets to people who just fought. Like, oh, you fought, here's your ticket. As if that was anything. And then Suki, hug it out. Okay, that was kind of funny. How you gonna make these folks fight and then be like, hug it out? But see, after all of this happened, this is why I said you have to be very careful with how you put yourself out on the scene and what you're willing to do for a bag or a quick little 15 minutes of clout. All these people who got pink tickets and who went on TikTok and was like, oh, I got my ticket, only for Natalie at the end of all that to sit and say, so because they get a ticket doesn't mean they're gonna be on the show. We're just gonna look more into them.
That doesn't mean they're on the show. It doesn't mean they're on the show. It just means we're gonna check in with them a little more.
Literally, like 2 days after the Baddies West audition, they had the cast, and which I was shook. I was like, hold on, what? Y'all not even gonna wait to have this? I just feel like when I keep seeing you over and over again, or I keep seeing the show back to back, I'm gonna get tired of it. So the beauty with a lot of TV, they have like a grace period or a break period, and that's just to build momentum and excitement back up for the show. We live in a binge watching world, and I know we live in a world where everybody just wanna like have everything at once, but it's a science to it. So they should just waited to have the audition special out, but I'm not the producer there. But we see who the cast is, and it's 4 returning girls. So we got Rolly, Scotty, Natalie, and Rock. That I just know Miss Rolly got her own show, elevated, can't see herself doing baddies no more, don't want to do it no more, ain't coming back for a season 3. See, you know what? Should have just kept it at the jailer response. If it makes sense for me to come back, I will come back. If not, Natalie, in which at this point, Natalie gonna be up there, and Rock, which Rock don't even make sense. Just Rock got her own show with Blueface coming out on Zeus Network. So why is she coming back to Baddie? Also, on top of that, got 3 new reality TV people that's gonna be on there. So we got Kat from BGC 5, Low from BGC 12, and then Tommy, who was the judge for this stuff, coming back. When they first announced that, people was pissed, and which I rightfully so. They did all this, and like I said, they already had the cast lined up. But before they let anybody get too outraged, they did decide that 3 people from the whole audition special, 3 people were added onto the cast and will be on the next season. And those 3 people are Biggie, the one from Rhode Island, Stunner Girl, and Razor, the one who's like, is anybody gonna run up?
It's Biggie. I'm from Providence, Rhode Island, 26 years old. As for me, you guys don't even have to ask me. I feel like I'm a baddie because, period, between my prayer, my dedication, and my execution, there is nobody that can get through me.
What you talking about?
Well, first of all, I'm a businesswoman.
Oh,
okay. I'm not a stripper.
Hello.
I'm not a rapper. I'm not any of those things.
Hello.
I own 3 businesses. Not only that, I'm about my money. I can make a penny into a dollar.
Nobody's gonna respect you in this house. This
You
is
think
the
so?
house
They
of
disrespect
you eat what you kill.
100%.
These bitches is gonna eat you. So
You think
tell
so?
me how you gonna.
You think somebody gonna eat me?
Tell me how you
Ooh,
gonna
she said-
maneuver
Check 'em.
in
Check
a
these
house.
hoes.
I don't think I have to show you guys how I'm
these
gonna
hoes.
do.
Check these
I'm
hoes.
checking them.
How?
Is anybody gonna run up? Oh, okay.
Honestly, I couldn't do nothing but laugh because it's just like y'all allow Zeus to play with y'all. Allow Zeus to just get y'all riled up. Y'all allow Zeus to just play with y'all like puns. And then y'all get upset when y'all see that. You mean to tell me I'm not upset by it at all. Like I knew this was gonna happen. But you mean to tell me out of all of these, I'm pretty sure it was thousands of girls in the Oakland area alone that auditioned. Thousands and hundreds of more who traveled in. You mean to tell me out of all these people that auditioned, only 3 people get a spot to be in the next season? And hold on, let me do some math real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 spots is occupied by previous season people and people who already have had a platform. Do you not see the ratio? This is no disrespect to the new people that's gonna be on the cast, because shout out to them. It's an opportunity to take your opportunity and shine with it, especially Biggie. She really wanted this opportunity and she's finna put on. But Biggie is already a well-known club promoter in her city. Now taking that from her, she brings them to the table. Razor, I went on her Instagram page. Girl got like over 100,000 followers, got a boutique, is well known in her city. And then Stunner Girl, from what y'all be telling me, because y'all be about to come for me when I say I don't know who Stunner Girl is. I don't know who the girl is. But from what y'all say, she's a rapper, she's well known, this, that, and the third. So it's still a cast full of influencers and people we already know. Now, I'm not saying just because these girls flew in and thought that they should be added onto the show. What I'm saying is the beauty within these reality shows is the fact that we get to see a whole fresh bunch of girls. And I'm not even saying regular girls, but it's a science to it. It's like you mix and match a whole bunch of different personalities for a social experiment. You may have a girl that's an influencer, a girl with about 500 followers. We have all these different personalities, and we get to see how they react. Seeing the same people back to back to back, I promise the public is gonna get sick of them. The public is going to get tired of them. The public is just gonna be like, okay, at some point, not everybody, but at some point, somebody gonna be like, this getting repetitive. Set yourself up to where you can come back for seasons and seasons and seasons.
Also, I just wanted to add, with shows like Baddies, whether they like it or not, these type of shows are going off of Bad Girls Club style formula. And what was happening with Bad Girls Club, each season we got to see somebody new. We got to see a new bunch of girls to keep it fresh and exciting in a sense. Baddies is what I kind of consider a seasonal show, meaning like it's best for them to switch up the cast. And that goes for any show like that. Like, Are You the One on MTV? It would be kind of repetitive. You would see the same people trying to come back looking for love multiple seasons in a row. You'll be like, okay, like it's time for you to move on to something else. Now, shows that are different in a sense where they don't have to switch up their whole entire cast is what I like to consider contract style shows. And what is a contract style show? That's when you got your Real Housewives or your Love and Hip Hop. Now, they can have like their main cast members and they can add like new people here and there, but what are they doing in these type of shows? They're not just confined to just like a bus or just a house. We get to see different viewpoints or different like perspectives of their lives through their viewpoint. With a show like Baddies, we're just seeing an overview. We don't really get like too impersonal with them to a certain extent. Like if they want to make it to where Nally and them come back, like let's see more aspects. Like we don't want to just always see them in the club. So let's see Nally interact with her husband, her kid. Let's see Rolly in the studio trying to get her music off. Let's see Scotty trying to develop her athletic brand, and then, you know, let's see them come together and have their little disagreements and argument. Like, it don't have to be no kumbaya show, but to just see them all get together and just fight and go to the club, I don't know what I'm tuning in for. It's a clear lack of storyline and solely of fixation and relying off of just the drama and fights to keep the viewership.
Like I said, not every girl that auditioned should have got, because not everybody that auditioned for American Idol goes through. How hard would it have been to just do a cast of 7 people that we haven't seen before? And just see how that works. And it's also better on you. They ain't gonna have no demands because they just excited to be on TV. You can pay them. Not saying you can lowball, but you know, you can pay them a little. You're not really dealing with huge egos and stuff because they just excited to be. You have to get them excitable people and just work with it. Let's see all these people together. We won't even get it like an all-star season. Now, all-star season is gonna be a regular season. Natalie did say there was gonna be some replacements on this season, and I feel like I already know who the replacement's gonna be. This one girl, her name is what, DJ something. I don't know. I'll post a picture right here. But she been pictured out with them. Also, I don't know. This probably ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But Jazz, who auditioned on the show, she was already posted up with Natalie in Dubai, and Natalie was just like, baddies take whatever. So I don't know, she might be a replacement on there as well. But before they can even fly out a replacement, the show is over. The show films in 3 weeks. Literally 3 weeks. That's why I feel like they have to have so many fights and so many like moments, because you have to compact. At the end of the day, it's still a show, and it's still a Zeus show. So it's not, I don't care what nobody says, Zeus shows are not real, or at least not 100% real. But you have to compact so much drama and force so much stuff within 3 weeks. Why do you think that they filmed these shows for a long period of time? And I know y'all always be like, it's not the same as BGC. Well, let's take any other reality TV into effect. You know, when y'all film these shows, they used to film for 3 months. But now, at least a month to just get something 3 weeks. But I guess with a whole bunch of big personalities and egos, it's easy for something to happen. Already it's been reported that Stunner Girl and Tommy then got into it. I don't know if y'all seen this, but it's a video of Tommy that went off on Liam.
I know she's so pretty. Look at her fucking booty.
Hey, would you guys mind if we took a picture? Because I thought this was going to share when you're up on stage.
Well,
Would you come real quick?
me. You don't talk to me. Why am I talking about this? I got
Yeah, Miss Palmer done got spicy, but in which I've been saying that for the longest. I've been saying the reason why these shows are able to last as long as they are is because all of these people have the same mindset between Natalie, Liam Palmer, Janisha. All of them are alike. Even while they're fighting, in the midst of them fighting, you just see him in the video just smiling and laughing at them. Like, it just kind of shows that he feeds into the messiness and he just lives for the drama. But I don't think this was a situation where Tommy was just going off on him because she was drunk. I think it's one of them situations where she was just kind of tired of Stunner Girl just running up on her. That's what's being reported. She's just kind of tired of like the petty stuff and Liam Palmer not really taking it seriously. I don't know, but also at the same time, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Tommy was just going off on them just because she went off on the Love and Hip Hop producers. So like, yeah.
But I don't know. This was just my thoughts on the whole Baddies West experiment. I promise you, all we're gonna see is just a whole new group of girls that's getting on the show. The next thing you know, they get into it with Natalie or somebody. Natalie's like, y'all are fire, and then she move on to the next. It's gonna become repeated. I'll probably still tune in to recap it for y'all because I know y'all be wanting me to recap and stuff like that. But those are just my thoughts. I could just be talking from the left side of my brain. What do y'all think? What are y'all opinions on this show? Do y'all like it? Did y'all like the cast? Do y'all like the audition special? Put that in the comment section below. Let me hear. You guys so much for tuning into this think piece video or whatever, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.